my story, you'd have a hard time. Believe in me, you'd think I was lying. Joy and sorrow never last. I'll die trying not to live in the past. If you knew my story, my heaven and my hell, if you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell. Well, I left my clothes on that cold river rock, my cares and my woes rolled up in my sock. And I laid down in that mountain stream. The icy water rushed over me. If you knew my story, my heaven and my hell, if you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone. Many backs have broken from a lesser weight, I know. I was born to carry more than I can hold. And even if I stumble, even if I fall, you'll never see me crumble, you'll never see me crawl. If you knew my story, my heaven and my hell, if you knew my story, you'd have a good story to tell me I'm not alone. Tell me I'm not alone. And even if I stumble, even if I fall, you'll never see me crumble, you'll never see me crawl. If you knew my story. Thank you. Woo. So, we just entered the cave. That song was written by Steve Martin and Edie Brickell. Yeah, and it's from a show that was on Broadway for about 15 minutes called Bright Star. And it's one of my faves. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to open for Steve Martin 106 years ago. Just like a month after he had been discovered by the whole world. So he was booked into this gig before he was discovered. And the owner of the place called me up and said, Jeff, could you and Tom, I had a bass player at the time, you and Tom come and play, maybe you can draw some people in. I got this comedian in, I don't know anything about him, and he's, I don't know, you know. So about a week later, he was on Johnny Carson. And Johnny, after his little, he didn't get interviewed, he was just one of those comedians that came out, said, oh yeah, and Steve Martin is going to be playing at the Raven Gallery in Southfield, Michigan? Yeah, next, and then the dates. Within 24 hours, of course, he had 2 shows a day, an evening lined up, sold out for 6 days. So Tom and I got to... Interestingly enough, as a comedian, I thought, yeah, he's all right. But he's a hell of a banjo player. Yeah. Now he's got the Steep Canyon Rangers, and they're pretty good. We were listening to them on the way here. So, this has nothing to do with Steve Martin. Starting over again here. I'm the kid who ran away with the circus. Now I'm watering elephants. But I sometimes lie awake in the sawdust, dreaming I'm in a suit of light. Late at night in the empty big top, I'm all alone on the high wire. Look, he's working without a net this time. He's a real death defier. I'm the kid who has this habit of dreaming. Let's do that verse again. I'm the kid who always looked out the window, failing tests in geography. But I've seen things far beyond just the schoolyard, the distant shores of exotic lands. There's the spires of the Turkish Empire. It's 6 months since we made landfall, riding low with the spice of India. Through Gibraltar we're rich men all. I'm the kid who always thought we'd be lovers, always held out that time would tell. Time was talking, yes, I just wasn't listening. No surprise if you know me well. As we're walking toward the train station, there's a whispering rainfall. Across the boulevard, you slip your hand in mine. In the distance, the train calls. I'm the kid who has this habit of dreaming. Sometimes gets me in trouble too. But the truth is, I could no more stop dreaming than I could make them all come true. Then I could make them all come true. Thank you. Think about a hillside in an August summer sun, bent shade trees and willow breeze and no more being one. Golden hair and golden smiles to share a lazy day. Think out loud for long enough and it may come your way. It may come your way. Hear what you want to, little boy. Paint your picture as you see it, as you want it to be. Make your sun a smiling blue. Make your house a smiling too. For you, Jody's sure to be here in the morn. Kicking round the autumn on a turning country day. Rusty browns and chilly tones saying all the words you say. Change the way she's feeling like you change the world, you see. Dream about it long enough, you may get what you seek. You may get what you seek. Hear what you want to, little boy. Paint your picture as you see it, as you want it to be. Make your sun a smiling blue, make your house a smiling too. For you, Jody's sure to be here in the morn. Speak softly of a cabin with a warm November fire, hot Ovaltine, hot ginger men, and talking on for hours, holding hands and holding her and watching morning come. Dream about it long enough and you will find someone. You will find someone. Hear what you want to, little boy. Paint your picture as you see it, as you want it to be. Make your sun a smiling blue, make your house a smiling too. For you, Jody's sure to be here in the morn. You, Jody's sure to be here in the morn. The grip? Perfect. We have this special grip on the can so I don't lose it. We also wanted to avoid giving any, since there are millions of people watching this, we didn't want to give any product endorsements. So, actually, it's sort of a product endorsement for maybe the Black Panthers or something. I don't know. Grip tape. Okay, cool. Is that a brand name? No, you just made it up. Okay, good. Yeah, good. All right. Another romantic song here. Yeah. Yeah, so this one was on my last album, so. If you open up your life to me, try to guide you safely through all the hustling and the screaming. Somewhere near the edge of day, we don't know what to think or say. Wonder what each one of us is dreaming. Cut the bars of fear away from your heart. Let your love come flowing out to me. Though regrets may find their way, lose them at the start. We'll drift away together quietly, quietly. Love won't always find a way. Maybe, maybe not today, but we'll never know for sure unless we try. Lifetimes full of sunsets, dawn open to the midnight sun, makes us laugh so hard that we cry. Cut the bars of fear away from your heart. Let your love come flowing out to me. Though regrets may find their way, lose them at the start. We'll drift away together quietly, quietly. So much for us both to learn, when to tarry, when to turn, and how to tell you all that's on my mind. Love the present, soothe the past. The future's coming all too fast. And eat the golden fruit and leave the rind. Cut the bars of fear away from your heart. Let your love come flowing out to me. Though regrets may find their way, lose them at the start, we'll drift away together quietly, quietly. Thank you. Here. Thank you. So this song was written by a guy named John Stewart, and he was remember the Monkees song "Wake Up, Sleepy Jean"? That's the one. Yeah. Well, he wrote that. He wasn't in the Monkees. He was in the other bands at other times. He actually wrote a lot of hits. I don't remember any of the other ones, but this is one that he wrote. He lived in somewhere around Newport Beach, California, and one night he got in his car and he drove up to Pacific Coast Highway number 1, took a left turn. A couple of blocks later, there's a young woman out on the street corner with her thumb out and a sign that said, "Please." So he stopped. "Hop in. Where are you going?" She said, "Seattle." And he said, "Well, that's all right. I was just going to the corner for some cigarettes, but I'll take you to Seattle. What the hell, you know?" That's where art comes from. I can't hold it on the road when you're sitting right beside me and I'm drunk out of my mind, merely from the fact that you are here. And I've not been known as the Saint of San Joaquin. I'd just as soon right now pull on over to the side of the road. Want to show you what I mean. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, July, you're a woman more than anyone I've ever known. And I can't keep my eyes on the white line out before me when your hand is on my collar. You are whispering in my ear. And I've been around with a gypsy girl named Shannon. She's the daughter of the devil. Very strange that I should mention her to you. Haven't thought of her in years. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, July, you're a woman more than anyone I've ever known. You're a woman more than anyone I've ever known. So, this is a song about childbirth from the child's perspective. I was lying there, not a care, minding my own business. I was safe and warm, far from harm, just a gentle thumping when all of a sudden it is light in the night. But the brightness is no consolation because I can't keep my concentration, and I know that I'm very young and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, and oh man, this air is cold and I'm not even a minute old. I was born with the knowledge of 100 generations, and a language that's so subtle it can't remember humans. But my new folks will want to teach me all the good things in life. First thing that they'll implore is to forget all I knew before. This brainwashing operation is aided by this deprivation. And how on earth does a guy get fed? You know, it might just be time for bed. I was lying there, not a care, minding my own business. I was safe and warm. Just a gentle thump. You all probably have heard about 62 versions of this song, so here's number 63. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, child, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, and don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna raise your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With mommy and daddy standing by, it's summertime. No, don't you cry. Thank you. Come with me now to all of my places, to all of the secrets and dreams that I've hidden away. Gaze upon all the great cities I've given you, all the great deeds and romances you've wanted to see. Show me, David, what you found today. Make my cold, unreal world a nicer place to stay. You live in a watercolored fantasy. You are quite a natural friend to me. David's away in his room over Bleecker, looking for faces of comic book people he knows. Walks where the city is gray in the summertime. Gray are the streets and the faces and even the soul. Show me, David, what you found today. Make my cold, unreal world a nicer place to stay. You live in a watercolored fantasy. You are quite a natural friend to me. Cold is a feeling that starts from inside of you. Starts when you're empty and lonely and far from your home. But David will warm you with words and with tapestries, weave you with colors and hues that you're certain to know. Show me, David, what you found today. Make my cold, unreal world a nicer place to stay. You live in a watercolored fantasy. You are quite a natural friend to me. Come with me now to all of my places. David's away in his room over Bleecker. Cold is a feeling that starts from inside of you. But David will warm you with words and with tapestries. Thanks. Has anybody here ever heard about this female singer-songwriter? Let's see. Her name is Joni something or other. Joni Mitchell. Yeah. I know her ex-husband, I mean, whatever. So that means you can sing along with this. It's a nice chorus. No la-la to this, but, you'll know it. When we get there, you'll know it. There's an interesting story about this. There's a guy out of Boston. His name was Tom Rush. Anybody ever heard of Tom Rush? Yeah, so Tom recorded Joni Mitchell before Joni Mitchell recorded Joni Mitchell. Tom recorded Jackson Browne before Jackson Browne recorded Jackson Browne. And Tom recorded James Taylor. No, he recorded James Taylor before he was known. And this is I learned this song, even though Joni wrote it. And I've heard other people do it, but I learned it originally. I've rearranged it a little bit, but from a Tom Rush album from, I don't know, '06 or something. Now, that's no good anymore because we're in another century, aren't we? Or another millennia. Whatever. Yeah, something like that. Yesterday, a child came out to wander. caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. Here's the chorus. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday fill his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. "16 springs, 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. They tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, before you drag your feet to slow those circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game." The years spin by and soon that child is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams in plenty, before that last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round. Painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round. Go round and round and round in the circle game. Thank you. Thanks very much. So the story so far has been, growing up and having some hard times and finally meeting the person of your dreams and having a kid and having them grow up. But it doesn't always last much longer. There's a reason why. Starting over. When I first met you, baby, fed me on chicken and wine. It was steak and potatoes and lobster, and baby, sure felt fine. Now all you feed me is seaweed, alfalfa sprouts, and sunflower seeds. I got my doubts. You left me here standing with the chicken cordon blues. Start for affection, and all I got is food for thought. Been sitting here thinking about the 20 pounds of groceries we bought. We bought 5 pounds of brown rice and 10 more of beans and 5 pounds of granola. You know what that means? I'm a regular fella with the chicken cordon blues. My stomach is empty. Don't think I can take no more. This stuff is so weird that the cockroaches move next door. Well, you see that old dog? He's out on the street, got a big smile on his face, 'cause they'll let him eat meat. I got you, and I got the chicken cordon. I got you, and I got the chicken cordon. I got the lemon and the chicken cordon blues. Yeah, Steve Goodman. Maybe we'll do another one of his later, but. Okay, what do we got next here? Oh, yeah. So I guess as a folk singer, I'm sort of required to do a Bob Dylan song or two in the set, so seems to fit the story. So. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe. It don't matter anyhow. Well, the rooster crows at the break of dawn. Look out your window, babe, and I'll be gone. You are the reason I'm traveling on, but don't think twice. It's all right. And it ain't no use to calling out my name, gal, like you never done before. It ain't no use to calling out my name, gal. I can't hear you anymore. I wish there was something you could do or say to try to make me change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, but don't think twice. It's all right. Ain't no use to turning on your light, babe. That light I never knowed. And it ain't no use to turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. Well, I ain't saying treated me unkind, you could have done better. But I don't mind, you just kind of wasted my precious old time. But don't think twice, it's all right. And I'm walking down that long and lonesome road, gal. Where I'm bound, I can't tell. But goodbye is far too good a word, gal. So I'll just say, fare thee well. Thinking and a wondering, all the way down the road, I once loved a woman. A child, I'm told, I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. And don't think twice, it's all right. Yeah, here's another one from my last album. I remember seeing you there in the spring, gracefully strolling the shore, singing la 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 la. Picture of you with the breeze in your hair still clings to my soul, la la la. Ah, but where are you now? Where is your smile? Your elegant style was deeply beguiling. I'd like to engage you for a meal or a drink. Isn't it pretty to think so? Yes, it would be fine to relink. I remember loving you in the summer, dancing till dawn and the drinks made of rum, singing la 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 la. You were the life of the party and I went along. You were my song, la la la. Ah, but where are you now? Where is your smile? Your elegant style was deeply beguiling. I'd like to engage you for a meal or a drink. Isn't it pretty to think so? Yes, it would be fine to relink. Wintertime comes and I'm thinking of you and I'm wanting to sing out your song, but I'm finding it daunting. La 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 la. The person is gone, but the memory stays, and the music replays, la la la. Oh, but where are you now? Where is your smile? Your elegant style was deeply beguiling. I'd like to engage you for a meal or a drink. Isn't it pretty to think so? Yes, it would be fine to relink. Okay, this is the other obligatory Bob Dylan song. Now, this song's called Girl from the North Country. He sang it with Johnny Cash on the Nashville Skyline album. But what I wanted to tell you is that there was a play on Broadway about 2 years ago called Girl from the North Country. And while Bobby didn't have anything to do with the creation of the show, it was a musical, and all of the songs were Bob Dylan songs. Interestingly enough, I was telling this to somebody earlier today, but interestingly enough, Girl from the North Country was buried in a medley, and it was about 30 seconds of the song. We walked out of the place saying, yeah, it's a great show, really loved it, but what happened to Girl from the North Country, you know? And then we went home and looked at the program, and sure enough, it was this little piece of a song. But anyway, so here we are. This doesn't sound anything like the Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan version, but it is what I like. How's that for a start? No. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy, on the borderline. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was true love of mine. If you go when the snowflakes fall, where the rivers freeze and summer ends, please see she has a coat so warm to keep her from the howling winds. Please see for me if her hair's hanging down, if it rolls and flows all down her breast. Please see for me if her hair's hanging down. That's the way I remember her best. I'm wondering if she remembers me at all. Many times I've often prayed in the darkness of my night and in the brightness of my day. So if you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there. She once was true love of mine. All right, enough of that heavy shit. Oh, this stays on. What do you know? Another Steve Goodman song. He was the one that wrote Chicken Cordon Blues, which we heard earlier. First time I met old Turnpike Tom, he was sitting in a diner in Bloomington. He said, "You going my way?" He had a sleeping bag and his hat was torn, and both his thumbs were 2 feet long from years of hitching on the highway. Said, "Mister, won't you give me a ride? I'm a wanted man looking for a place to hide." Well, we finished the coffee and we got in the car. We drove off, we hadn't gone far when Tom began to tell me his sad story. He said, "Long around 1942, buddy, I robbed a bank in Kalamazoo just to get enough money to marry my true darling. But she died when she heard what I had done, and ever since I've been on the run, standing on the highways and a-calling. Mister, won't you give me a ride? I'm a wanted man looking for a place to hide." He said, "Now I'm getting old, I'm ready to die. I'm too tired to run, I'm too sick to try, and soon I'll be hitching upstairs in the skyway." He said, "I can't pay you for the ride, but just once before I die, I'd like to do somebody a favor." And out of his pocket came a rusty old key along with a map, and he gave them to me. He said, "Friend, here's an end to all your labor. way down in Greensboro, Tennessee, in the back of Rusty's roadside cabaret. There's 20,000 in unmarked green. Why, the money I stole, it's in the machine that hangs on the wall in Rusty's roadside men's room. Well, 3 nights later at Rusty's door, I had a beer, and then I ordered one more, and then I headed for the treasure. And just like old Turnpike Tom had said, that machine was under a sign that read, sanitary, 3 for a quarter. I took out the key and I broke the lock. There to my bewilderment and shock, found a sign that read, you've just been had in a sanitary way by Turnpike Tom the Outlaw, with the fastest sense of humor. And if you meet someone with a troubled mind, just give him the key and feed him the line and tell him his days will soon be better. Yeah, mister, you've been taken for a ride. There's nothing but fool's gold here inside. Well, the real gold, that's inside us all. Besides that, we only fall for lies and stories when we really want to. Thank you. Yeah, so here's one you can sing along with. I don't ever even have to introduce this song. I play one chord and everybody knows what it is and they sing along involuntarily. Oh, well, I'll give you another clue. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents, no phone, no pool, no pets, ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8x12 4-bit room. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Oh, worn out suit and shoes, don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. They are short, but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of their children, all of their names, every handout in every town. I know every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents, no phone, no pool, no pets, ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8x12 4-bit room. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, king of the road, king of the road. Thank you. So, yeah, another road song. Some of you might get the references in this one, but canned heat's going to the country. My friend Bob is going to the country. Mark Levine, another friend of mine, is going to the country too. Everybody's gonna be living in the country. I hope there's still some room in the country. Me and Kathy ever get it all together, gonna make it to the country too. If ever I get to a river in the country, I'll have to learn how to fish. And maybe if my baby is not too tired, she can whip me up a protein dish. If ever I get to a farm in the country, I'll have to learn how to plow. If I knew how to plow and how to milk a cow, I could make it to the country now. 'Cause canned heat's going to the country, my friend Bob. Going to the country, Mark Levine. Another friend of mine is going to the country too. If ever I get to a river in the country, I'll... I don't know. Brain fart. I got lost in Boston. I hated New York. Chicago was the worst of all. And though it doesn't fit, I'll have to admit Philadelphia's pretty in the fall. But it's a bummer in the summer if your neighbor is a drummer and you know you couldn't cover it if you want to. Pretty gritty in the city. It's a shame and a pity, though it isn't very pretty. Really, 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to the country. My friend Bob's going to the country. Mark Levine, another friend of mine, is going to the country too. If everybody's going to be living in the country, I hope there's still some room in the country. Me and Kathy ever get it all together, gonna make it to the country too. All right. So, I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a long time. I mean, I played it a little bit lately, but it's an instrumental that I wrote 106 years ago with another piece of an instrumental that you might recognize tagged onto it, and then a song that you can sing along with.
Jef, without your things when you're playing, I'm like shouting these helpful things like for your jokes. Like I'm do something I'm not doing a long time tune.
Yeah?
You didn't hear the joke.
No, I didn't. I was wrapped up in my own thoughts, Tom. You know, thinking deeply and trying to get into the mood, you know. What was your joke? Let's hear it.
No, it wasn't a joke.
Oh.
You asked a question of the audience.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't remember.
You're trying to get me to remember something that happened 5 minutes ago? What up?
No, this was 1 second ago.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't hear you, Tom, but, you know.
That makes it for better.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally for better. Mo better, Mo better. Mo better, Mo better. I mean, come on.
Going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. Going where the water tastes like wine, some of that fine wine. Going where the water tastes like wine. Going where the water tastes like wine. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. $5 shoes hurts my feet. Whoops. Let's go back a minute. Going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. $5 shoes hurts my feet. $5 shoes hurts my feet. $5 shoes hurts my feet. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. $20 shoes fits me all right. $40 shoes fits me a little bit better. $60 shoes fits me great. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. Going down the road and I'm feeling bad. Going down the road feeling bad. I'm going down that road feeling bad. Good Lord, I don't want to be treated this old way. Thank you. All right. We'll do a couple more here for you. This is for Pete, if he's still here. Did he leave? He's probably doing anesthesia somewhere. This old world may never change. Oh, the way it's been. All the ways of war won't change it back again. And I'm searching for the dolphin in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? I'm not the one to tell this world how to get along. I only know that peace will come when all hate is gone. I'm searching for the dolphin in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? Sometimes I think about Saturday's child, and all about the time we went running wild, and I'm searching for the dolphin in the sea. Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me? This old world may never change. This old world may never change. Okay, let's end it up with a song about a train. I wish I could remember that one, but this one is a little bit of Steve Goodman. You've heard the song as recorded by Arlo Guthrie, but I do it a little differently. I do it closer to the way Steve did it. Steve was an interesting dude. I got to meet him a couple of times. Okay, we got sound. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars, 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All out on the southbound Odyssey. Train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls along past houses, farms, and fields. Passing towns that have no name, the freight yard's full of old gray men, the graveyard, the rusted automobile. Singing good morning America, how are you? Don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be going 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games to the old men in the club car. Penny a point, there's nobody keeping score. Hey, won't you pass that paper bag that holds the bottle? You can feel the wheels rumbling through the floor, while the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steam. Mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to the gentle beat. Rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Singing good morning America, how are you? Don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be going 500 miles when the day is done. It's nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning, through the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. All the towns and the people seem fade into a bad dream. The old steel rails still ain't heard the news. Conductor sings his song again. Passengers, please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Singing good morning America, how are you? But don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Yeah, good night, America, I love you. Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.